Oh, recording has started. Okay, so I had to come over to YouTube because you guys know what? I have been so um excited, overjoyed, hyper, like ecstatic, like the Lord has just really had me in awe. He keeps awing me, and I had to chill out because social media was getting the most. Because my thing is that I cannot not share the goodness of the Lord. Like, here I can be totally like raw because this is a season of super transparency. This is like my transparency place that I can come to, because this is a part of the process, and you guys are seeing like the whole part of the process, the behind the scenes of the process. So Facebook, they get a lot of my process, they get a lot of my praise, and they get a lot of my just, I don't know, they get a lot. Instagram, I'm a little bit more serious because I don't know how to go live. If I did, it probably might be like that too, but I just have to like document these things that are going on. So whew, I don't even know if I shared about Millions Conference. This month has flown by. It's August already, you guys. It's August already. So Millions Conference, lit, amazing. God did miraculous things, and I definitely left there different. I am changed. I'm not the same. So I had been trying to process that for a while. I still am, because it was just so much information, and the Lord has just been showing up and showing out left and right, and I'm just like, oh, ooh, ooh, ee. Like, he's just doing things to just shower me with love, and I'm so excited for that. But this weekend was the Selah conference, and that was such a blessing, because between Millions Conference and getting ready for the Pretty Girl Experience in Atlanta, and I also thought I was going to go on a sabbatical, which I guess it probably was a sabbatical, but it just wasn't the sabbatical that I had in mind, because I have finally come to the whole conclusion that my planning is just not the way it comes out. Like, I packed a whole suitcase filled with books and journals and my laptop, and I was going to be doing all of this catching up and soul searching and self-examination and working on my book and doing all that, which the book is still in process. And you know, it's his timing, not my timing. As bad as I wanted to, when he gave me the release to do it and everything, I thought it was just going to be like smooth sailing, because he was sending resources and people and just left and right, just revelation left and right. And so it's still in the process, but I'm feeling like it's coming to a close. And the Selah conference, they blessed me so. But it was the first time that I got to hear the whole story about Simon. So it was like a bittersweet type of thing, because I just know that God is so intentional with everything that he does, and pause in the presence was just perfect. The Selah was what I needed to just kind of reset me, but it also filled me, and I got to see Melanie, and I got to hug her, and she got to pray for me, and I got to see Evie, her daughter. She spoke, her and her friend, with their Australian accents, and it was just wonderful. Like, he's just showering me with love, and I just appreciate it. I'm so thankful that I even get to be in a space where I can just give all glory to God. Like, I have to be intentional to make sure that I give him glory in everything, because not by my strength or any of these things that are transpiring happening at all. So yeah, it was really dope. And then there was a women and girls empowerment event that was like literally zero point 0.3 miles away from the Selah conference on Saturday. So I walked over there, and how about Diane Ladybug? So don't know her last name right now, but that's okay. She was at the event doing face painting, and I really felt a certain kind of way a few months back when I heard her speak, because it was such a good speak, and such a good word that she gave and that she shared. And her morning messages, they bless me like every morning during the week, and I share them with people, and they bless other people. And I kept telling myself, like, I like literally, when I said literally, didn't have the money to buy a book the night that she spoke. Like, that really hit me in my heart, because I'm like, man, I really just don't have it right now to do. But I kept telling myself, especially when I would get her messages every morning, I'm like, I am going to make this right. Because one thing that I am like super and like I don't want to say trained to do, but like, I like to sew. Like, if someone feeds me, I like to sew. I like to give back, because I just want to show my appreciation and my gratitude. Like, so when I couldn't do that, that kind of like did something to my spirit. So when I saw her there, I was like super excited, and I was like, okay, do you have any books for sale? Because I have to buy your book. And the thing is that it was so supernatural, because the night before that, after Friday night of the conference, I went skating by myself again, and I just praised and worshiped. And between there, 3 speedways, and a stop by the Thirsty Turtle, I sold like over 100 candy bars. So I was able to take care of Savior's expenses, and then I was able to buy the morning message. I was so happy. And then she turned around and gifted it to me, like gave me my money back and told me to sew it into someone else. And I was just sitting there, and she's like, or you could buy a book and give it to a friend. And I had to kind of battle for a moment. And you know, while she was painting my face, because I wanted her to paint my face with the garden, so I went back to the conference hat with face paint on. But it's so amazing how God works, because he's been dealing with me, because I like to share what he's doing and how he's doing it, and how it's about like my obedience. And so I couldn't think of anyone who would really appreciate me buying her book and giving it to them. But while she was painting my face, he did bring someone to mind who I actually have not met in person, but I'm going to meet her in person this weekend in Atlanta. And the timing of everything is so perfect. Like, just when I'm like thinking like, oh, timing, like, no, sometimes he makes the timing just perfect, because I'm gonna see her this weekend. Like, because I was like, oh, I would have to mail it, blah blah blah. No, I get to give it to her in person, and she's going to appreciate it. And it was her and her husband's anniversary this past weekend, so I guess it kind of turns out to be like an anniversary gift. So I did end up buying the book. So I got a book for free, and I got to buy a copy to sew, make me feel better, because I just like to support, and whoever is feeding me, I like to support. And not to mention Wednesday last week, Isaiah, the real Isaiah, my friend Isaiah that I met in DC, who's from Atlanta, who I also get to see this weekend. I'm excited for this weekend, because I'm gonna see my cousin Keish, and hopefully I get to see Tamla. I need to text her when I get done with this. But the conference has been anticipating, and the buildup is here, and it's coming, and whew, it's almost here. But anyways, Isaiah, we talked Wednesday morning because I called him because he's always up. He's young, super young, like 27, and we talked. He's awesome. He really, truly is. And he was getting on a call, and he had sent me this link from this lady, Jolene, I think is her name. And when I clicked on her page, I saw that there was a morning prayer call. So I called into it. And when I tell you, so first of all, this is like a general prayer call that a lot of people listen to. And I think she does it live too. I'm not sure. So I'm trying to be mindful of ministries that I follow. I don't want to be following too many different ministries, so I'm very cautious about it. But the word that she spoke that morning, whew, I was like, she sounds like she's talking directly to me. And so I sowed a seed. It wasn't a huge seed. It was like my normal seed that I give whenever I hear a good word. And oh, how about I had to go in the office that day, and it was amazing. I got to catch up with some of my work friends that we all work at home, so we never get to see each other, and there was a reconnect day that day, and it was awesome. I played Jenga, which I'm like, I don't know if I would play that again, but I had a really dope Jenga team both times, so God just really blessed me to spend time with some of my coworkers. That has been long overdue, to say the least. And when I got home from work, I checked my mailbox, and how about there was a letter from Lindsay Honda, and then I saw to the order of, and I ripped that bad boy open, and I'm like, it was a check. It was a pretty significant amount. Like, I was ecstatic. Like, I just couldn't even believe it. Like, I was shouting and yelling and trying to, like, really be calm, because I'm like, okay, was that from this sewing this morning, or the sewing from the week before that? I did a pretty significant amount to our Brazil ministry, because I mean, like, the words that the Lord is sending, like, they are hitting, and the number he gave me was a big number that I was like, yeah, I don't know about this, but he kept pressing me, or the Spirit kept pressing me, or whatever, and I just did it. And so I'm like, I don't know, because the check was like, it was definitely more than 100-fold from the one that morning, but like, just like the turnaround time of it. But then I'm like, well, I don't know if it's from that or from the one before, or from some of the other seeds that I've sown over the past couple of months. But it just was an amazing experience, and that had me hyped. So I have been going live and praising, because I haven't been able to, like, gather my thoughts, because he is just doing it over and over and over and over and over again, and I don't want to scare people. Like, I don't want to scare them off. But I'm like, the way that he is blessing me, like, it's amazing, and like, things are working out, and I trust him. I trust him fully, and I'm just so grateful. Just all glory be to God. And then, so Sunday was a great message. And then I found out, though, after worship, that there was a mass shooting in Dayton back home. And I'm like, you just hit my city with a tornado. My city just got hit with a tornado, like a devastating tornado that I don't think Dayton's ever even seen. And then for this mass shooter to go into, I don't know if he went into the club or what exactly happened, but he killed 9 people and injured 26 people. The police ended up killing him, but it's like I had to walk out of service and call and check on my family. I had to call my grandma, I had to call my stepmom, I had to call my cousins, because I'm like, I don't know who all goes out now and who all does what and stuff. So, and the message that my pastor taught Sunday, like, it was a good message. It was a feel-good message. It was a message about joy and about his presence. And I'm just like, yes, his presence is amazing. But then I'm like my city just got attacked. Like, really? Like, it was really just to the point where I just was like, okay. And I had this plan of what I was going to do on Sunday to get prepared for this trip coming up this week. And I literally had to sit down in the back of the church and get on my knees and worship, because Spirit lead me. They had just music playing while people were up getting prayer and just everything. And so, you know, I had to just like kind of like reset myself. And then it changed my whole day's events. And I was just like, I had to get reset before I walked out, because I just wasn't feeling right. And so, but I think I shamed the devil. It's amazing how we can, our warfare, like, you know, Chronicles, 2 Chronicles 20. There are some battles that are the Lord's, and I thought it was going to look one way for my warfare on Sunday, but the Spirit led me a different way and showed me a different way. And me and Savior, we spent the whole day together, and it was awesome. And like, even though I didn't get done all these things on my list that I wanted to try to get done on Sunday and get taken care of, like, I feel like that the time that me and Savior spent was more of a hit to shame the devil, because I really have to focus on bonding with my boys while they're still here in the house, because they're getting older. And it was just a day of rest, like more rest, like Selah, was pausing in the presence. And it was emotional and just overpowering, just the presence of that weekend. And I don't know why, but when I woke up this morning, first of all, I woke up late, so I was not happy about that. And I was sore, which was also weird. And then Dr. T prayed this morning. Whew, definitely got me rejuvenated. However, I missed my morning routine, because when I woke up, it was like I had a half an hour before I had to clock in. So I ran and got a cappuccino and got back home. I was able to gather my clothes together, but I couldn't take a shower. I had to wait till break to take a shower. But prayer, she was in the vein. She definitely was in the vein this morning. And he's just leading me, and I'm just excited. And then, but get this, like, how dope is it that my Pastor Ebenezer Pena, awesome. So somebody apparently was, I mean, now for this person to find this post from January 15th. I post a lot on Facebook, so this person had to be analyzing my Facebook page, because I wouldn't even scroll back to January 15th. I'm telling y'all, like, seriously, especially when I get into my moments of my little spurts of posting, because sometimes, you know, I take breaks, but I go in spurts. However, this person tried to check me, I think, sort of, kind of, because I had where I was reminding our church about our corporate prayer and fasting that we started at the beginning of the year. And he tried to say, like, I'm 100% biblical. You're not supposed to announce your fasting because that just means you're starving. And I had to pause in the presence, because I was like, okay, I don't know who you are. You're commenting on a post from 8 months ago. And I mean, I don't know. I was like, what would Jesus do? So I decided that I was just going to inform him that this was a reminder to my church family about our corporate prayer and fasting that we started at the beginning of the year every Wednesday, is what my post was about. I was not posting about me doing an individual fast. And I said, so this was a reminder for our body about the fast. And so I said, thanks for your concern, but I got this, I just said that. Then I saw a notification where my pastor commented. How about he hit him with Joel? Hold on, I think Joel 2:15, and old dude had to gracefully bow out, because I had to already let him know, like, yo, this was just a reminder for our body and our corporate prayer and fasting. And I thanked him. But then for my pastor to come back me up with scripture, I was like, ugh. So then I was like, well, let me look up Joel 2:15. I'm gonna read it real quick, just because, like, I'm gonna send him something later, just because, like, that was just so dope to me. It just says, sound the trumpet in Zion, call a fast, and gather all the people together for a solemn meeting. Bring everyone, the elders, the children, and even the babes. Call the bridegroom from his quarters and the bride from her privacy. So, but I was just sitting here, like, at first, I was like, is he trying to check me? My flesh was. And then it took me back to some pre-Christ Adrena, some Old Testament Adrena, like, and my housewives of Atlanta, Shanae, or Sheree, what was her name? Sheree? Who gonna check me, boo? Yeah, it took me there. That was just like a little snippet of today. Like, today was amazing, because then, yeah, I'm definitely in a season of examining the people who are around me, because I'm like, who sent you? I have to be careful, because the way God's moving right now, like, he's doing some major things, and I have to be aware of who is sending certain people in my life and examining their fruit. Which, Apostle Dave, he came with a message on Thursday. Woo. Listen here, your girl's getting fed real good. And I'm sorry, I'm trying to just bring this all together, because when I think about the overwhelming just love that he is pouring out on me, and just the revelation and just the wisdom, and it's like trying to just process it all. When I think about all the little things that he does to just remind me how much he loves me and how much he cares for me. So fast forward to this evening, because my girl Jennifer Ness Tucker was in from Seattle, Seattle, West Coast, all the way to the West Coast. She came and she facilitated the Heal Her meeting for August, and he's so intentional, and it's so much significance, because it was the night of her book release that I had got the call from the hospital that my mom was there. It was also the same night that my ex-husband totally flipped the script, which changed the whole trajectory of our marriage. August 16th, I also found out that my youngest son had epilepsy. And the car that I was going to buy, my oldest son, got sold. So, like, August 16th was like a bittersweet day. Because I didn't know everything, but I said, you know what, I'm going to still go and do what I'm going to do. Because I remember it was a Thursday. And it was an all-white party that she was having. And I still have that picture. And the book signing was awesome and amazing. Her book was great. Broken Wife, Jennifer Ness Tucker. But so to hear her speak tonight, and she spoke. She spoke about the family dynamics, which was deep, and it was so good. And she's been there, like, through this process of the past couple of years. And I had talked to her about my book and stuff, and so she knows. And she had read my mom's testimony years ago, before my mom even passed away, and she had said she had wanted to meet her and stuff, but unfortunately that never happened. But God just revealed some things to me, and that's why I really think that this project is getting wrapped up. Just like this video is about to get wrapped up, because I'm well over 20 minutes, and it's just, I'm just in awe. I really am. I'm just in awe of him. So just all glory be to God. And I just had to come and just get this out, because transparency, like, it's not easy. Every day is not easy. But every day I am reminded who is in control. I'm not in control. He's in control, and I trust him in everything, even down to a friend sending me a message out of the blue, who actually reminded me of one of my declarations for this month, that things that I was going to do each day without fail, to be very intentional and consistent. And I started it this morning, even though I was late and I was all over the place. And her message actually reminded me, so I could finish and complete it. So, like, I'm just, like, kind of overjoyed with that. And I just wanted to come and just share this part of my journey, because there's bits and pieces all over, in journals, on Facebook, on Instagram, and the people that I know and care about and love that I talk to. All different pieces that one day will all come into a big collaboration, and you'll see the different sides of everything. Because usually when I'm on Facebook, I'm all make-upped up and glitzy, glammy, and all that stuff. And here I can be a little bit more just me. So you guys have a blessed night, and know that God is in control, and he is working all things out for our good, and he is so intentional. Just never forget that. Be blessed.